How to make keychains. If you're looking for a simple gift that is appropriate for nearly anyone, consider making a keychain. Homemade keychains are inexpensive and fun to make yourself. They are also easy crafts for kids to make with a bit of grown-up assistance. Here are a few ideas to get you started making your very own keychains. Method 1. Making a clay keychain. 1. Gather your materials. Making a clay keychain requires mold and baked clay, also known as polymer clay, a small cookie cutter, a large needle or toothpick, and a split ring or keychain assembly. Make sure to cover your space with newspaper or something that can keep the clay from sticking onto the table. Split rings come in a variety of shapes and sizes. You can buy larger ones that a decorative clay shape can be directly attached to, or you can buy a more complex split ring and chain assembly that is made specifically to attach your own keychain art to. Pick whichever one you like. You can even reuse parts from an old keychain if you have one lying around. 2. Roll a small piece of the mold and bake clay to a thickness of about 1/8 inch, 3 centimeters, using a rolling pin or other rolling tool. You may even be able to use a pen or pencil. The clay should come out smooth and the thickness should be uniform throughout. If desired, press more than one color together to create a swirled effect. You can even make small shapes and press them into a larger piece of the clay. Be creative. 3. Use a cookie cutter to cut the clay into the desired shape. Choose the shape of your choice, such as a flower for Mother's Day, a clover for St. Patrick's Day, a heart for Valentine's Day. Sports fans will enjoy a keychain shaped like a basketball, baseball, or football. You can also create your own shape for your keychain with a sharp paring knife or utility knife. 4. Create a hole approximately 1/4 inch, 6 centimeters, from the top of the shape, using a sharp object such as a needle or toothpick. This hole will be used to attach your clay shape to the split ring, so make sure the hole is in a position that will make this possible. Many mold and baked clays allow you to attach small jewelry findings, such as small metal loops, directly into the clay before baking. If the clay you purchased allows this, it may be a good idea to attach a loop of wire to your clay shape so that a split ring can be easily attached to it later. 5. Place the clay shape on a baking sheet and bake according to the directions on the package. Remove from the oven and allow to cool completely before attempting the next step. 6. Attach your slip ring or keychain assembly to the cooled shape. Be careful not to be too rough when connecting the two pieces together, as it could break your beautiful new keychain. Method 2. Making a foam letter keychain. 1. Gather your materials. You will need to collect at least 2 colors of craft foam, one that has adhesive on it and one that doesn't, scissors, and a split ring or keychain assembly. You do not need a ton of craft foam. Even pieces only a few inches long and a few inches wide will work just fine. In fact, this project is a good one to use up scraps from other projects. 2. Cut out small squares of the adhesive craft foam measuring approximately 2.5 inches, 64 centimeters, each. You will need to cut out as many squares as letters you want on your keychain. Alternatively, use up to 4 different colors to create a keychain with layers of color. When deciding which letters to put on your keychain, consider using your initials, if the keychain is for you, or a simple 4-letter word that is important to you, such as love or cute. You don't want a huge keychain hanging off your keys, so keep it short and sweet. 3. Write out one of the letters you have chosen for your keychain on each piece of the craft foam using a pencil or marker. Each letter should be about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, tall. Use block letters to draw each letter so that when you cut out the letter, the center of the letter will be the color of the foam, not the color of your pen or pencil. Try a creative design or font that will make the letters unique but legible. 4. Use a pair of sharp scissors to cut out the craft foam letter. Take your time to cut the letter out as neatly as possible. If the letter you are cutting out has a central area that you need to cut out, start cutting in the center of the area, away from the edge line. This way you can be careful and gradually cut away the foam up to the line. 5. Lay all the letters onto the remaining piece of craft foam, the one with no adhesive. Decide how they should be arranged and what the overall shape and size of the finished keychain should be. Don't take the backing off of your foam letters just yet. Take the time to make sure your layout is just the way you want it before you do. 6. Cut out the overall shape of your keychain on the craft foam. Remember that all of the letters you cut out earlier should fit onto it with space around each to frame the letters nicely. While a rectangular shape is just fine, remember that you can be creative with this shape too. 7. Peel the backing from each letter. Stick each letter onto the larger piece of foam, working carefully to be sure the letters are lined up. Be sure to press each letter down firmly so that they won't fall off. 8. Use a paper punch or something with a sharp point to make a hole about 1/4 inch, 6 centimeters, from the top of the foam shape you have made. This hole is for the ring to attach to, so make sure you are putting it in a spot that will make that possible. 9. Attach a split ring or keychain assembly through the hole. Be gentle with the foam, as you don't want to tear your project at the very end. Now you have a great personalized keychain that is ready to use. Method 3. Making a lanyard keychain. 1. Gather your materials. To make a lanyard keychain, all you will need is a split ring or keychain assembly and some thin rope or plastic lacing. The rope or lacing will need to be at least 4 times as long as you would like your finished lanyard to be, so lengths will vary, but they need to be at least 3 feet long so you will have enough rope to handle. Cut 2 pieces of the rope or lacing the same length. It is nice if each is a different color, so that your finished keychain is colorful and so it's easier to keep track of where you are in your weaving process. Some people like to make these keychains with paracord, so that if you are ever in an emergency and you need a bit of rope, you will have it with you. 2. Thread both ropes through the ring or keychain assembly. Make sure the center of each rope is positioned at the ring, unless you are using a weaving technique that requires something different. Secure the ring to a flat surface with a piece of tape. This will allow you to have a secure project as you weave. You should now have 4 ends of rope to weave together. Pick a spot to attach your ring that allows you to have a lot of room to weave your ropes together. A great spot is a table that is free of clutter. 3. Weave the ropes together. There are a variety of techniques you could use for weaving your keychain, but even a simple braid can look beautiful with the right rope or plastic lacing. Whichever technique you use, make sure to keep your strands tight and don't be afraid to undo a bit of your weaving if you find you have made a mistake. It's better to fix a problem now than notice it in your keychain forever. For an assortment of weaving techniques, see how to make a cobra with plastic string, how to make lanyards, and how to make a box-styled gimp. Any technique you have used for lanyards or friendship bracelets should work for making a keychain. 4. Tie off the ends of your rope and make sure to neatly trim them. Your lanyard keychain is finished. Tips. Keychains can also be used as colorful zipper pulls. Attach a miniature flashlight to make your keychain even more useful. Split rings are available at most craft stores and hardware stores. Cold polymer clay can be made at home instead of purchasing polymer clay from stores. It is very easy to make and inexpensive with its easily available ingredients like corn flour, baby oil, lemon juice, and any acrylic color of your choice.